Welcome to Real Opinions. I'm on my own for the first time. And yeah, I'm here to review The Gift. I need to Google who directed it. The Gift is directed by Joel Edgerton, who also stars in the film, alongside Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall. The film's basically about a young couple move into LA, kind of California area. The guy's lived there before and he bumps into an old old school friend, and basically gets chatting and he starts sending gifts. One after another, and he's getting like the kind of creepy neighbour kind of vibe, and it just builds and builds and builds on the original plot, strangely enough. Yeah, it was okay. That's just about it. Like, people are... It's time for ice cream, apparently. The Gift is ice cream. I'll just quickly go over the good points for this film. So the acting was pretty good. Like, I have to admit, Jason Bateman, Bradley Cooper acting. He's just pretending to be Bradley Cooper, really. Acting solid all the way through. Cinematography pretty solid. Like, it's not ever bad. It's not like I'm ever like saying it looks awful. It's just alright. Right. Future Jack. Basically, still don't have a problem with how it looks. Like, they don't do anything with the camera shots. You know, a lot of smart thrillers, they use the camera to their advantage, and in this film they just didn't use the camera to their advantage. It's more just showing you what's happened rather than doing anything smart with it. So that's my main problem. Anyway, back. Right. Soundtracks, it's alright. And that's about it, really. I mean, actually, no, the writing is alright. Dialogue is pretty good. It's hard to go into without spoiling the film, basically. But I'll go into that in the second half, and we can have like a transition. That's what they're called, not just karate chopping. I'd recommend this film if you want to go to the cinema and you want to watch a thriller. I mean, otherwise, there's much better films on at the moment. Go see anything else, really. Good points then. So the acting, the cinematography, score, and the writing, the dialogue is alright. On the bad side, I think the plot's pretty predictable. I don't know, it never felt threatening at all, which, if it's a thriller, you want it to be threatening. It's slightly spoilery, so I'm including it in this half. It's, when you watch thrillers, you're kind of like, you're scared because, oh no, like, I like this character, I don't want something bad to happen to them. In this one, I'm just kind of like, oh, the guy's an arsehole. Oh, bad stuff's happening to the arsehole. Oh, okay, right. I felt good when some of the stuff happened to him. Not all the stuff. If you've watched the film, not all the stuff, I have to admit. Like, there's a line, yeah. But I felt pretty good when he was getting, like, picked on. And he's such an arsehole. Rating 6 out of 10. It's alright, but if you feel like there's something else in the cinema at the moment that you'd much more enjoy, go see that instead. I actually found this to be kind of boring in parts. On to the kind of spoiler. So this is if you've already seen the film before. The film has a lot of moments where it plants a lot of things and then it doesn't really utilise them to its full extent. So they set up so many things. This whole thing is based on a situation in the past. Like, you kind of think it's like a conspiracy almost, and this is covering up, and in the end it's revealed that the main villain isn't a bad guy. He's just been picked on his whole life and he's finally getting back at his school bullies, which is Jason Bateman. And again, like I said in the non-spoiler half, Jason Bateman's an asshole. So by the end of it, you kind of want half the stuff to happen to him. And then they kind of put in the worst thing that happens. Maybe I didn't do it though. Like, ooh, I'll leave that up to you. So you kind of like the villain by the end of it. It's quite interesting turning the protagonist into the antagonist, but I never felt like he was the protagonist. I mean, I like the wife, but the guy, Jason Bateman's an arsehole. Anyway, the things that they picked up and dropped, so there's the twins that own his business that you're just like, oh, and he says, oh, I used to go to school with them as well. So you think, oh, are they part of this conspiracy? Are they part of, like, does the guy also hate him? Is he this part of this great plan that he's getting all the people back? No, that's dropped. There's so much focus on them, and then nothing. Fear of monkeys. Jason Bateman's scared of them. And they kind of, like, half reference it at the end. They kind of, like, remember... That's evil. The wife's friend? Like, she's put in there for, like, to have exposition with the wife, so she can tell this friend, I'm scared, and so the audience knows, I'm scared. The drugs with the wife, so they always constantly say, oh, do you remember, like, you were so bad in Chicago, and then they never reference it again, like she has pills, but that never comes into it at all, and it's all dropped. I don't know, maybe it was messed around by the studio a little bit, and it's got quite alright pacing, but it's flawed. It's pretty flawed throughout. Major points wrong with it. Too many things that they pick up and then they just don't do anything with at all. And then second point is that when you make the characters inherently unlikable, you're not going to feel bad when bad stuff is happening to them. The only person you feel bad for is the wife. And the bad guy likes her, so you know nothing bad's going to happen to her. Nothing bad. She's not going to know anything bad happens to her. I do this a lot, by the way. Yeah, overall, 6 out of 10. It's alright. Jack signing off, maybe? I don't know. Hate this.